What's going on? Hey, everybody. I want to welcome you to Rhythm Flow Radio live stream right here on Meta, YouTube, and Spreaker. Also, you can catch the podcast on Apple. Today is Tuesday, and we're coming up on a holiday, and that holiday is Thanksgiving. Turkey Day. Gobble, gobble, if that's what you eat. And the music is by Zimra. Zimra say, "What's going on?" Her music is available on most streaming apps. And the name of the album, or should I say CD, albums is definitely old school. It's Love is Possible. So make sure you go to one of those streaming apps, whether it is iTunes, Apple Music, Spotify, whatever, and check Zimra out. Love is Possible. Buy it and enjoy the music. And hopefully, my guests will show up shortly. Maybe they're caught out in the traffic, huh? So, what's going on? Again, that sound is by Zimra. You can buy her music on most streaming apps. The name of the CD is Love is Possible. Support your local music artist. Okay, listen, I'm waiting on the guests to show up, and they're supposed to be giving you some, I guess, turkey tips or Thanksgiving tips. But I want to tell you about fantastic, my fantastic weekend. And it was awesome. So everybody knows that Adele Givens is from Chicago. And should I say Chicago West Side? And I want to tell you that she was here the weekend. She did 3 shows out at the Improv in Schaumburg. And the sister did deliver. Well, she always delivers. But Adele Givens is the only comedian that I know. She talks 90 minutes straight. I'm telling you, I don't even think the girl take a breath for air in stilettos. But this time, took them stilettos off and made them feet comfortable. And she told us what happens to those feet once you get old. See, you got to appreciate your feet when you're young, because when you get old, the feet will kick you. Yep, and they'll kick you behind because they won't let you go anywhere. And she told the story. It was a great, great show. So if you missed her this time, you should catch her the next time. It was a great, great show. And I tell you, she was there for 3 nights at the Improv out in Schaumburg. And it was definitely a great show. One of my guests said he is still trying to log on. So, you know what? I'm going to play another song and I'm going to help him. Oh, I think he's logged in. So let me bring him to the screen and let him introduce himself. Hold on just a minute. Let me get him on the screen and let him introduce himself. And then we're going to talk about some turkey tips. Hold on. Well, hey there.
Hi, hi.
Okay. So I just told everybody, I welcomed everybody to Rhythm Flow Radio live stream right here on Meta, which is the new name for Facebook. So we're on Meta, YouTube, and Spreaker, and also on Apple Podcasts. So I need
Okay.
you to introduce yourself.
Oh, my name is Melvin, Master Chef, Smokeout Nellums.
All right. So Melvin, listen, I know you can handle your way around turkeys, especially smoking turkeys, barbecuing turkeys, deep frying turkeys. So I had a video clip that I tried to upload, but I was unable to. And it was a clip, I believe, from 2015.
Hmm.
And I believe that it was a turkey
Yes,
that you all had purchased, and it was a fresh turkey.
yes. Got it
You
from the
remember that?
yep, the direct farm. He was gobbling around, and my wife and I, Rochelle and I, we looked at it, we picked it out, and we said, "That's the one right there."
Okay.
And so they
Now,
slaughtered it for us and plucked it, had it ready for us to take back home fresh.
okay, can you tell me what's the difference in the fresh turkey and buying a turkey, uh, just that's been sitting in the store? Is there a
Uh,
difference in the taste?
it's a lot of things. I mean, first of all, this was an organic turkey that was fed corn, fresh corn grown on the pasture where the turkey was raised at, and wheat, corn, wheat mixed together, and cornmeal, organic. So the turkey is fresh. When you get a turkey out of the store, of course, in order to preserve it, not only is it frozen, but it has a lot of salt in it, a lot of sodium. And it's not bad. I mean, as long as you're only eating turkey once a year or twice a year, it's not bad. But I prefer to have the organic turkey, and then the taste is so much different. If you taste a fresh turkey, an organic fresh turkey versus a frozen turkey, and they were cooked the exact same way, even in an unconventional way, like smoking or deep frying or whatever the case may be, you'll notice a totally different taste. Even if they were both seasoned and brine the same way.
Okay. So, are you grilling? I mean, I know you usually grill your turkeys. I've never seen you bake one in the oven. So this year, are you grilling? Are you deep frying? Are you barbecuing? What are you doing?
Well, this year I'll stay with my traditional smoked turkey, my
Okay.
traditional smoked turkey, and then I have a second turkey that I'm going to try to barbecue.
Oh, you got two turkeys?
Yes, yes. So I wanted to try a little something that I haven't done before. I wanted to barbecue one and then smoke one, so I could see, what the difference is.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So, how do you, in smoking the turkey,
Hmm.
how do you go about preparing it? Well, I mean, what do you do? Is there something special? When you say you're gonna smoke it, is there something
Yes,
special? Oh, special that
yes.
you
It's
do?
a it's a wow. It's like a 2-day process. So the first day, of course, you get your fresh turkey from the farm, the organic farm. You bring it home, you clean it, wash it. Make sure you got these nice plastic gloves, for sanitation purposes, because you got to wipe everything down every time you touch something. Get you some nice sanitation wipes. Um, Alcohol will probably be the best thing for you. But you clean the turkey with just water and a little bit of. You can use some palm olives, a little couple of drops of palm olive, get you a little sud going. Clean the turkey down real good, inside out, and then pat it down dry with some paper towels. You want the turkey to be dry. You don't want it wet because you're going to come back and after you got it dry, then you're going to come back and then you're going to some people may have a different process, but my process is that I like to season it first. I like to
Okay.
put my season on the top, my dry rub. I like to put my garlic powder, my onion powder, my garlic herb, let's see, basil. But it's basically up to your liking. And then after I've done all of that, I want to add. I want to mix up my brine with also with some liquid smoke. So I want to get all that on the ready. The brine is going to be ready. That's going to be put on last because I'm going to inject the turkey with some injectable either butter or
Mhm.
garlic herb, depending on what my taste is at that time when I'm preparing the turkey. I make that decision at the last moment.
Now you say you're going to inject the turkey?
Yes, and I'm going to actually show you a couple of things that I do, how I inject it. Let me see if I can.
Okay.
You got a couple of things you can do. You can go in the store
Okay.
and you can buy Tony's, you know,
Okay.
injectable butter.
Okay.
I mean, if you just just don't get if you just want to get something that's already made for you, you
Okay.
can do that, or you can step your game up. Go get you some turkey brine, get you
Okay.
some get you some liquid smoke, and then get all of the seasons that I talked about earlier. Put it all together. Then you can step your game up and put them in your own injector. Let's see if you can see this.
Oh, wow. That's huge.
Okay, if you can put it in your own injector.
Oh,
And if
wow.
you can, I don't know if you can see it or not, but this injector
Yeah, I
has
can see that.
holes.
That is huge.
It has holes in it. Let's see if I
Oh,
can turn them
okay. On the
around a little
side.
bit. So they have holes. So as I'm going inside the turkey, and I want to go down, I want to get all into the meat and the legs and the wing. And then I want all these holes to take out my special brine that I've made, or if you want to use Tony's, or if you want to make something out of something else. Some people have a different taste. Maybe they want to do something totally. I'm going to experiment with garlic or some other things. It all depends on their taste. But that you'd have to go around the turkey a little bit at a time. Take your time. Don't be in a rush because you don't. First of all, you don't want to hurt yourself. These injectors are very sharp. Just take your time. Get inside the turkey. Slowly go ahead and inject all the seasonings into the turkey.
Mhm.
Get everything in there, and it's a process. You just keep going and keep going and keep going. You go down and come back left. I usually go left to right, right to left, and I go north to south. And then the last parts are the legs
Mhm.
and the wing. And you want to put enough, you don't want to put too much in one spot because you don't want it to be yellow when it's done because it'll just, it's like getting a shot. Like when we were getting the COVID-19 shots and they stuck you in the arm and you felt like everything was tight right there.
Yeah.
Well, that's a good example of when you're injecting the turkey. You want to inject just enough, but not too much, because you don't want it to ball up and be yellow in one spot. So that's why it's the purpose of going north to south, left to right, right to left, all the way down till you get down to the bottom. Then do your legs, and then do your wings. That it's a really fun thing to do. It's relaxing.
Mhm.
Of course, I have my cigar when when I'm doing this because I like to do it outside
Okay.
because it's easier for me to have enough room to lay everything out. So I have my cigar and my music playing. So it's a relaxing process, and I just love it.
What about that good old shot of tequila?
Yeah, yeah. Once I get it on the grill, and I'm going to talk about my grills too
Okay.
in a few. But once I
Okay.
get everything on the grill and got everything going, and the grill that I have that I'm going to use will allow me to have a shot of tequila in it. It'll promise not to mess the turkey
Okay.
up.
Now I wanna. I know you're gonna talk about your grills, but I want to know, do is it's turkey the only thing that you're doing for Thanksgiving? Are you having any other kind of meat? Well,
What
turkey is poetry, but are you
yeah.
having meat?
Well, we're contemplating now. My wife and I were still talking about it, but sometimes we may throw in a chicken, a whole chicken.
Okay.
We were thinking about doing a ham, but because of health issues with some of the family members, we thought the sodium would be too high. So we're going to stay with chicken, turkey. Um, if I had enough energy, I would have thrown in a brisket, but I don't think I'll be doing that until Christmas.
Okay. What
And
about
of course,
will there be any seafood?
yeah, that would be some shrimp. There'll be some grilled shrimp. jumbo grilled shrimp. We always have a little side of grilled shrimp, and of course there'll be a salad. Um, wow, it's going to be dressing.
Oh, I know
I
there's gonna
mean,
be some dressing.
it's going to be some sweet potato pies with some. I don't know if you ever heard of garnet sweet potatoes.
What kind?
Garnet, I believe they're called.
Are they red looking?
Yeah, they're real. I hope I'm pronouncing them right. I think they're garnet.
I don't know.
Hold on one second.
You got one? Let me see it.
Let's see. It's an organic sweet potato.
Wow, that's a big old sweet potato.
Yeah, so
That
I don't know
is
if you can see
huge.
that name.
Yeah, I
I
can
mean,
see
it's
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 organic.
it's
Yeah,
it's organic, but I believe they're called garnets, if I'm not mistaken.
that's
I could
are
have that
huge.
wrong, but don't quote me.
That is huge.
So it has a lot of flavor in that. So it all
Okay.
complements the turkey. The turkey, of course, is the centerpiece of Thanksgiving and probably Christmas for that matter too. But the turkey is, like I say, it's a slow process. It's a 2 day process. So the first day is going to take you about a couple of maybe 2 or 3 hours to between cleaning and seasoning and basting and getting your brand together and injecting it. And then, you have to talk to the turkey because, you want the turkey to be relaxed. You want to relax the turkey,
Oh,
you
I
know?
mean, did you say you was talking to the turkey?
Yeah, yeah. I talk to the turkey. I'll be asking it, how's it feeling? How's everything going? Are you all right?
Mhm.
Can I do anything to help you feel better? Because
I
I
hope
want
the
the turkey to
turkey
be
don't
good.
come back.
Yeah, I talk to the turkey.
So
Now
now,
let me see if I.
when are you going to start the process? Because I'm
the,
gonna
the
come and record you
Well,
doing the
the
process.
actual process of actually going on the grill and starting, you mean it's when I'm going to actually put it on the
I
grill?
want to know when are you gonna start doing the injections. I want to be there when you do the injections. I
Well,
want to see that part.
the injection part probably it should be 24 hours before you put it on the grill. So that's going to have to be um that will be tomorrow.
Tomorrow, what time?
Right. It'll be injected tomorrow, probably I want to say about between 3 and 4 o'clock.
Okay, well maybe I should
Mhm.
send me your address. Maybe I should come to your
Okay.
house because
Yes.
I really would like to see you. I mean, I've seen you do it before, but
Mhm.
that was in Florida,
Yeah.
okay?
Yeah.
And
And
it's cold here.
in actuality, be honest with you, I mean, I really should be doing that tonight, but the turkeys are they're not quite soft enough yet. I want them to get a little bit more soft in the refrigerator because you have to keep them in the refrigerator when they're fresh because you don't want them to go below a certain temperature and spoil on you. So I want them to be a little bit soft, and then so that way I can inject them. They'll be a lot more easier to inject when the meat is really relaxed and soft.
Okay, now you
But
say injective, so I saw the are there do you reuse the needle, the injector, or do you throw them away?
when you buy them out of the store, you don't reuse them. This goes for one turkey. If you have multiple turkeys, then you need one of these, or you need one of these for each turkey. Now, that's if you use this, if you use the stainless steel,
Okay.
then what you do is you use it on one turkey, you
Okay.
clean it out, and then you have to take some scalding hot water, boil you some hot water, and then you have to sit this inside the hot water like you would boil an egg. You would be boiling these
Okay.
until you boil them for about maybe 15 to 20 minutes so you can kill whatever pathogens that might be in them from the turkey you just used because this is raw meat we're dealing with.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So
That makes
so
good
once that's done, you let it cool off. Once about 15 minutes or so, maybe 30 minutes if you want to be really, really, really careful about it,
sense.
and take it out. Pour out the hot water, pour in some cold water. Since it's stainless steel, it only takes a couple of seconds to cool off, and then you start with the second turkey. Because the stainless steel should be sanitized for each meat that you go to. if you're using these.
Okay. So is that
Because you
the
know,
only kind of injector that you use?
yeah, well, I'm more comfortable with this one because I have different needles. Like earlier, I showed you the one with the holes in it,
Yeah.
and then I also have the shorter one. So like when I have my chickens, or if I have like a rack of lamb or something like that, or a prime rib, I might want to go a little shorter because I'm going sideways instead of straight down.
Mhm.
And then if you have like some people like to smoke hams and geese and all these other things, and so you got a longer straight tube for that.
Oh,
So all
okay.
together, you have three attachments.
Okay, so when you buy that, does it come in a set, or do you
Yes,
buy each it comes in a set?
no,
Okay.
no, they come in a set. You'll find them in the store. Come in a set like this. This was inside here. I just took it out.
Okay, okay.
So basically, it's just called I don't know if that's backwards, but it's called seasoning injector.
Okay, all right. I want to go buy
Yeah,
me some.
yeah,
I want, even though
yeah.
I don't. I mean, I'm not a. I just want to try. Maybe doing some salmon like that.
Yeah,
You think
yeah. I
I
guess you
can?
could. I've never tried the salmon, but I think you. I mean, nothing is nothing. Never say nothing. Never say you can't do anything. So you can try anything with any kind of meat. As long as you can get the injector in there, you can marinate it.
Okay. Well, I definitely. I don't think I would need them that big. Do they come in different sizes? The injectors, or do they just come
Well,
in
it's
one size?
the smallest is this one.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, that's the smallest one. Even if you buy the Tony's uh, uh, pre pre pre
Tiger.
injectable Creole butter, that
Hmm.
needle is about the size of this one as well.
Oh, okay. All
And
right.
it's plastic. Their needles are plastic, so you can only use them one time on one meat.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
So I was going to show you. I don't know if I can turn this thing around. Let's see here. How am I going to do this?
Well, you can do it like if you do. You have an well, first yet I say, do you have an iPhone?
Yes.
Well, on your iPhone, there's a little circle.
Oh
There's a little,
yes.
and you could take that little circle and you could, you know, turn it around.
What's this?
Take the
Camera and
little,
mic. Oops. Don't want to do that.
take the little
Nope.
circle if you want to turn it around the other way. Just hit the little circle and it should flip.
Yeah, I don't see the circle, but better.
Oh,
I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll do
okay.
this. I'll just show that's the dry rub,
Okay.
and this
Now,
is the garlic. This is the garlic herb.
okay. Now you're gonna rub the turkeys down with that before you
Yes,
inject it
yes.
or after.
These are parts of the. This is the basil. These are parts of the seasoning that you're gonna put together, and then you gotta have some smoke. You gotta have some smoke because you want that bark on the outside of it when it's done. In order to
Okay.
get that bark, you gotta have some smoke, and you gotta have some hickory. You gotta have some of that in there if you really want it to have that nice brown, golden, dark bark on the outside. And then I showed you the turkey brand already. And
Right.
then of course, in order to have that full, just that flavorful bite when they say, "Oh wow, this is so juicy and just so good." Well, that's because of the injection and because of just these three products right here that you got that everybody use probably is
Hmm.
garlic powder
Hmm.
and onion powder
Okay.
and black pepper.
Okay. All right.
Simple things that everybody should probably already have in their kitchen cabinets.
Okay. Now listen. So, you don't use well, I guess you don't use that broth for making the dressing, huh? You does your wife
Well,
buy a
that
hen or a
yeah,
capon or something?
she gets a hen, and you can use that broth. That could be a part of the that could be mixed in with this with the turkey brine.
Oh, okay. All right. Now I'm
Yeah.
learning something new.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, a lot of people, I talk to a lot of different people who smoke their meats, and a lot of people do them differently. But in the end, the most important thing, we all end up with in the end product, we all end up with a very good, juicy, tasty turkey, and that's all that matters, no matter what process you use. The traditional oven turkey, I don't know if they inject those or not when they put them in the oven. I don't know because I've never done one in the oven,
You know,
so I'm not.
I haven't had a turkey
Hmm.
from the oven roasted turkey,
Hmm.
uh, since first the first time I tried a deep fried turkey.
Hmm.
I've never eaten an oven roasted turkey before. And
Wow.
yeah,
Well, I haven't had an oven turkey probably since the 90s,
yeah.
mid
It's
early
been
and mid 90s.
it's been a long time for me because I really thought that when I tried a deep fried turkey that I wasn't gonna like it. I thought it was
Hmm.
gonna be very dry because it was deep fried.
Hmm.
But once I tried that deep fried turkey and it was so moist, I never wanted a roasted turkey again. And the barbecue turkey, I felt the same way about it. I never wanted it again, you know. So I know it kind of turned me off from wanting the oven roasted turkey. Okay, I'm gonna play a little music until the guests come back. I want to play you a little bit more of Zimbra's music. Just a minute. And the name of the song is "What's Going On." And like I say, you can find her music on most streaming apps. Be back in a moment.
Okay, sorry, lost
That's okay.
connection there.
That's okay. Well, let the song play out.
Okay. Now let's see if I can play with this camera. Let's see. Did that turn it around? Nope, that didn't do it.
We got to Mm. That's the mighty sound of Zimra. You can find her on most streaming apps. Name of that the name of that CD is Love is Possible. Support your local artists. What's going on? Support Zimmer. She is a local artist. She's a professional jazz singer right here from Illinois. Okay. So you all go to one of the streaming apps, whether it's Apple, iTunes, Spotify, any of those streaming apps. Look up the CD Love is Possible and buy that for yourself. I'm telling you, it's some real laid back music while you're cooking your Thanksgiving dinner. Put it on and tell what's that girl name? What they call that thing? Echo Dot. What they call her? I got an Echo Dot. Everybody else has got the tall one. And tell her to just play her heart out. Okay. All right. Back to so you're gonna one turkey you're gonna smoke and the other one you're gonna do what? You gonna deep fry it or what are you gonna do? You gonna smoke both?
For the first time, I'm going to barbecue a turkey,
Oh
and in
wow.
addition to smoking a turkey.
So how do you go about barbecuing a turkey?
Well, this will be my first time doing it, so I'll be experimenting.
Okay.
Um, I I will be placing the turkey opposite of the fluke on the charcoal smoker, and I'll be using charcoal for this process. Whereas with the smoke turkey, I'll be using wood pellets. I'm actually going to show those grills in a moment.
Oh really?
Yes,
So wait a minute. You said you're gonna be using wood pellets.
wood pellets. Yes.
So may I ask you now? I know that there is one grill. I mean, everybody's making them now.
Hmm.
And I know that there's one grill that came out. This was the only grill that I've seen that used wood pellets, and it's the Rolls Royce of grills.
Yes, that would be the Traeger Grill.
Oh, you on one of those?
Yes, my wife
Oh,
bought me one for Father's Day, this past Father's Day.
yeah, Traeger.
Yes, it's beautiful grill. I mean, it's just masterful. I mean, it's like it's the Rolls Royce of grills, that I must say.
Yeah, I heard that you could do anything on a Traeger, basically that you could do in a conventional oven.
Yes, yes. It's an oven and grill all in one.
So you can do pizza,
it's a smoke
you can cook cornbread on a grill,
yes.
on
I
that
mean,
grill.
you can bake a cake in it, you can cook pizza in it, you can smoke meat in it, you can barbecue meat in it. You can even boil, I mean not boil, but you can scramble eggs in it. All you need is the crate, that flat crate that sits in there. And you
Mhm.
can scramble your eggs and make your bacon. You can do all of that. It's a top of the stove, it's a top of the stove, it's an oven, it's a smoker. I mean, it just does everything. This grill does everything. I mean, I've never seen anything like it. It's just, and it's just, I mean, when I saw it, when my wife bought it for me and I put it all together and looked at it, I said, and I started reading up on it, and I was like, I don't even need to use any of my other grills anymore, just that one.
Well, they've got a Facebook page.
Yes, they have a Facebook
Yeah.
page. They have I'm on all of their lists, like when other people with Traegers, because we have our own private, I mean it's not private, but anyone has a Traeger can join, and we share ideas and we share things that we put together. We show our meats when we're done.
Mhm.
We answer questions like, well, how long did you keep it on there? What was the temperature? Sometimes they might say, well, hey, which wood pellets did you use? Did you use hickory? Did you use pecan? You just share those things, and of course, all of the different seasoning. Traeger has its own seasoning as well, so you could get the Traeger seasoning, or if you have someone in the family that's good at putting seasoning together, then you can have them do it for
All right.
you.
So where are those grills? Take us out.
Okay. All
Take
right.
us
Let me show you
out.
the process. So I showed you
Okay.
the seasoning process. So now I'm going to show you the end process of when you get everything
Okay.
going. So give me a
All
second here.
right.
Okay, I'm going to turn the camera around.
Okay.
Let's see. I'm going to put it on the back camera.
Okay.
So let me know if, oh, wait a minute. That's still on the front. Hold on a second.
Yeah, it's still on the front.
Okay. So here is
Ah.
the Traeger. So the front of it, this is what it looks like in the front when it's closed.
Oh,
So that's
okay.
the I don't know if you can see the name, but there's
I
the
can
Traeger
see the
name.
name. Yes, I can.
That's the Traeger
And then,
logo.
yeah, yeah. See I recognize it by the cover.
Yes. So the Traeger is a wood pellet grill, and here is this is what I'll be using for the smoked turkey. I'll be using pecan.
And those are pellets.
These are pellets.
You don't have one out, do you, where we can see what it looks like? What one?
Uh,
Do you have a pellet? It doesn't have to be a pecan pellet. Just a pellet, so we
uh,
can see what it looks like.
I'll give you a look. Give me a second here. One moment.
Okay. Just want to see what it looks like. I'm so used to seeing charcoal. Whoa.
Okay. Sorry about that.
Okay.
So I'm going to use pecan. Uh, Maybe I should get my flashlight so I can show you this a little better. I don't know if you can see this. Let me get a flashlight. Hold
Okay.
on one moment.
We
Hold
got
on
we
one moment.
we have we got time.
Okay. Flashlight.
I guess I have to buy me a Traeger. I don't know what for. I got a rubber in the back, and it's been sitting back there for 2 years. I haven't used it
All
but
right.
once.
Okay, I have a flashlight.
Okay. Oh, he got cut off. He'll be back. So, okay, he's back. Let me put him back on the screen. There we go.
Okay. So here is the pecan. So
Oh,
I've already opened the bag, as you can see.
okay. He's
So
still
here
good.
is the most important part of the Traeger is the actual hopper. And this hopper is electronic. Of course, it has to be hooked up. It's hooked up by a cord, electricity,
Okay.
a 120 volt. And what it does is it has, I don't know if you can see this. Let me turn it this way. It has probes on it.
Okay.
See if I don't know if that's focused good enough.
Yeah, I can see it. Shut down and
So there's a probe one and a
uh-huh.
probe two, and then we have a probe selector. Now, what those probes do is you stick those inside the meat so you can get the internal temperature of your bird so you know that it's done.
Okay.
And you see here where it has the smoke. You see here. You turn the light a little better.
See, it has the temperatures on it too.
Yeah, you see the smoke? You have the smoke
Yeah.
knob. Then
Yeah.
you start with your degrees 180, 225, 250, 275, and it goes all the way up. And it also has this electronic meter here. You see here. This electronic meter here, you can see it electronically. So if you can't see the white numerical numbers, the electronic, when it's cut on, you'll see a little electronic light there that'll tell you what the temperature is. And then when you stick the probes in, it'll change to it'll go back and forth from the temperature of the grill to the temperature of the actual turkey or
Okay.
the chicken or whatever the meat you have on the grill at that time.
Okay.
And so
Wait a minute. So
for a
there,
turkey,
wait a minute. I
mhm,
want to back this up now. So
okay,
you're saying that there you've got a probe that you stick inside of the meat
yes, it
that
comes with
coincides with the temperature of the on the
absolutely
outside of the grill.
because there's two temperatures that you're dealing with here.
Okay.
There's there's the temperature of the unit itself, which is the grill, and
Okay.
then there's a temperature of the meat. So the meat has to be at a certain temperature to consider it done.
Uh-huh.
Some meats are 165 internal temperature, some
Oh,
are 150. It all depends on the pounds of the turkey or the pound of the meat that you're using. And it'll tell you. You can always Google what should the internal temperature be for a turkey when it's done, and the same thing for chicken, the same thing for fish, and so forth. So,
oh,
and
okay.
another thing I wanted to show you was the hopper itself. Once it's full,
Mm.
this
Okay.
is what it looks like.
All
See if
right.
I can get my light to stay there. So here are the pellets. This is these are called hardwood pecan pellets. Now
Okay.
they come in hickory, they come in apple, pecan. Wow, they come in so many different flavors. And what happens with this is you fill this hopper all the way up. And as you can see, this is how long the hopper is. It starts right here and it goes all the way down to here. And it goes left and right. So it can hold up to 20 pounds of pellets at a time.
Oh, wow.
So this can go for 8 to 10 hours on a full hopper of pecan pellets. I can go an entire 8 to 12 hours, but the turkey itself will be done in between 5.5 hours, no more than six at 275.
How about that? Now let me
Yes, and
ask
once
you. So
yes.
is that easier to clean than a charcoal grill?
Well, no, they're all well. That's a good question. Cause see, let me show you something else. I'm glad you asked that question. So let me put it back on the back camera. Okay, so here's the inside of the Traeger grill. So we're still with the Traeger. Let me raise that hopper up so you can see we're still with the Traeger.
Mhm.
So here's the inside of the grill, and then you see below there where the aluminum foil is.
Yes.
That is a drip pan that's inserted inside the Traeger grill that comes out.
Hmm.
Now the reason I put the aluminum foil on it because it allows me to clean that. It allows me to get this cleaned and ready much faster than if I didn't have that there. Because if I didn't have that there, then the drippings would go directly onto that. It's like I want to say it's like a sheet metal piece. It looks like a sheet metal, but you need to cover it up so that the grease flows downward to this
Hmm.
bucket. There's a little
Oh,
spout
check
right here,
that
and
out.
it
Okay.
comes down into this bucket. And once it gets full, of course, you take that and pour it into the garbage or wherever you're going to get rid of it at. And then you put it back so that the drippings can continue to come, so they don't go down on the floor. Because you don't want to mess because they can set fires and stuff. So you got to be very careful about that.
Oh, okay.
And so the grates are just like any other grate. You have to take a wire brush and scrub those when you're done. And they recommend on the Traeger that you clean it after every use.
Okay. All right. Now,
So
how many? It says you were gonna smoke more than one turkey. How many turkeys could you put on there?
I can get on this particular grill.
Hmm.
It's like it was over 500 square. Well, I mean not 500, but it's what is it? Five 500 inches, 500 inches, 500 inches and a square foot, something like that. I don't have the dimensions in front of me right now, but
Hmm.
this particular grill will allow me to do. Let me get you back on the front camera. This particular grill will allow me to put two 20-pound turkeys on it at one time.
Oh wow, okay.
side by side, side by side.
And cook them at the same time.
Yes,
So you probably could put
and
a, if you were cooking, even though I don't eat them, but I'm just saying hypothetically. So you probably could put almost a whole case of ribs on there.
yes, you could. It'll take a whole case of ribs.
Uh-huh.
And another thing that I probably should say too is that when anytime you're using a pellet grill, of course, you're using electricity because that's what ignites the wood pellets. They have to be ignited. So there's an attachment down in the bottom that the wood pellets go into. The hopper sends them into this dispenser, and then
Hmm.
there's a heating probe in there that turns red, and it cooks those pellets that creates the smoke and the heat that the Traeger needs to cook the meat. Now, uh, I'm glad I'm a part of that Traeger list where we talk other people around the country and even people over in England are in Traeger. And they talk about times when they lose power, the
Yeah.
power shuts down, they're outside, they're grilling on the Traeger, and the thunderstorm comes and they have no power. So when that
Yeah.
happens, you have to have this backup.
You have to have
And
what?
you have to have this backup when that happens. You have to have a traditional charcoal grill ready as a backup,
Oh
in
wow.
addition to the Traeger. In case you lose power, you want to continue cooking your meat. You don't want to stop. You don't want to have to take it in the house and put it in the oven. You just transfer it over to the next grill. So you always
Wait a
have to have a
minute. So the
charcoal grill
trigger
as a
is it?
backup.
So are you saying that the trigger is an
Hmm.
electric grill?
Well, it's not an electric grill, but it needs electricity to operate the hopper that delivers the wood pellets.
Oh,
So let me. Oh, see, I have the pellets in there now, so I can't show you. Oh, yes, I can. Give me a second here. I'll show you what I'm talking about.
okay.
Give me one moment. And I move something around.
Mhm.
Okay. Okay. So I'm taking out this grease diverter that sends the grease to that bucket that I showed you earlier.
Okay.
Okay. Now, okay. Now, this is the inside of the Traeger.
Okay.
Now you see all of this?
Yes.
This is I left this in here purposely just so I could go through this with you.
Okay.
After every use, you have to clean all this out. So
Okay.
this unit right here is where the hopper. Let me see if I can get the camera in there. Let's see. It's kind of tight. You might not be able to see, but
Okay.
there's a little hole that right there to the left where the pellets come out and drop into this hopper right here.
Oh, okay.
Let me see if I can. I should have had a different
This
light, so
hole
I'm gonna
right
have to.
here. I see the
Yeah,
hole right
this.
there.
I think.
I see the hole.
So that has to
Oh,
be cleaned out. So what I do is I take a vacuum and I vacuum all this out.
okay.
All of this, I vacuum all of that out.
Okay.
And so let me step back a little bit so you can see this chute. There's a chute right here that goes like this. You can follow the light.
Okay.
Okay, so there's the chute. That chute is connected to this hopper. That chute is connected to this hopper, and then it
Uh-huh.
goes inside the grill,
Okay.
and then the pellets go inside that circle you see right there down in the
Hmm.
bottom, and then the electricity part of it. Why you have to have it? The reason why you have to have it hooked up to the electricity is because that unit inside there turns red, and that's what cooks these pellets.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so that's the only reason that it has the electrical cord because it has to be something to ignite these wood pellets, and that's what this unit does. It turns red. If this was on, this thing would be flaming red.
Yeah, I gotta come see that. I gotta
Yeah.
come see that. I
Yes.
gotta come see that.
So it's interesting. It's very interesting. And so the reason you have to have a backup grill, which is the charcoal grill, because if something goes bad with electricity, you don't want to stop. You don't want to stop. You don't want to stop cooking.
I
So you had this
see.
grill. So you had this grill set up as a backup, but I'm also going to be using this grill to do the barbecue turkey as well. So that's why I already have it set up. And as you can see, I have very little charcoals down in there. And the reason for that is because when you're smoking a turkey, you don't want
Uh-huh.
to have too many charcoals because you'll burn the turkey up.
So now when are you gonna start smoking the turkey?
This
Tomorrow?
the turkeys will start, yeah, turkeys will start being smoked tomorrow about 6 p.m. and they'll go to about midnight
Okay. All right.
so that they're in time for Thanksgiving dinner on Thursday.
Okay. So will you cook
And
anything else on the grill besides the turkey?
the grill shrimp.
Okay.
Um, oh, wait a minute. Did I turn the camera around? Let me turn the camera back around.
Okay.
So, well, it'll be grilled shrimp.
Okay.
Um, maybe some asparagus, maybe.
Okay.
Um,
Now,
uh,
will you cook the asparagus on a regular grill, or will you be doing those on the Traeger?
I'll be doing that on the regular grill
Okay. All right.
because I want those to cook a little like a little crunch to them. People like to have a little crunch to them.
Yeah.
So the charcoal seems to do a better job than that. But you can also do them on the Traeger. But and actually, be honest with you, I haven't tried them on the Traeger yet, so I don't know what they would taste like on the Traeger. I just know that they taste really good on the regular smoker grill.
Okay. So I'm going to bring. I
Hmm.
want to bring a piece of a Mediterranean salmon,
Okay.
already
Okay.
seasoned.
Okay.
It's already seasoned, and I
Hmm.
want to bring that salmon tomorrow. It,
Okay.
because that's when you're going to be cooking, right?
Yes. That'll cook pretty quick.
All
That'll cook
right.
pretty quick. That won't take that long to cook.
So I'm going to bring that salmon tomorrow,
Okay.
and I want you to put that on that grill so I can see the difference in the taste of the meat.
Okay.
Okay. Is there anything that you want to leave the audience with? I mean, Laura got caught in traffic. I'm just so glad that you were available. And I mean, you have really topped this whole hour, with the exception of the,
Well,
you have
well,
topped this whole hour with the exception
one
of
thing
two
I would
songs.
definitely leave the audience. I would definitely leave the audience with is that no matter what you're doing with your turkey, whether if you're smoking it, barbecuing it, deep frying it, be careful, be safe, take your time, don't rush, and try not to have the kids around while you're doing it because you don't want them to get burned. You don't want to burn yourself. So safety is the utmost when you're doing this because you want to have fun. You want to have some good food for your company, for your family and friends. And in order to do that, you have to be safe. So safety first.
I think I have something funny. I thought, listen, everybody know that Mike is my best friend. That's my
Uh-huh.
BFF.
Uh-huh.
And I want to show everybody before I go this Happy Thanksgiving card. So check this out. It's on my card. I'll wait till you get back. Are you back in the house yet? This card is so cute, and I will be posting it to Facebook. When I saw this, I thought this was so cute. So you have to. This is a turkey, but when the turkey sets up, you will see the face on the card. Are you ready? I saw that, I just had to do it. So I want to wish, I want to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving. I want to tell you, Melvin, say if you're cooking on the grill, safety first, right? Is that right, Melvin? Safety first. Okay, maybe he can't hear us. When you're cooking on the grill, safety first. When you're cooking on the grill, safety first. Okay, you don't want to make sure nobody gets burnt or anything. All right. So we're gonna wish you all a happy Thanksgiving. Eat lots of turkey. Enjoy your family. Uh, and believe me, I'm just gonna be around family. I want you all to know that I'm kind of still afraid. You know, I'm still afraid of COVID. Uh, I did wander out to see Adele Givens, who was quite funny, but be around your family. You know your family's been vaccinated. You know who you want to be in close company with. So, you got anything you want to say? Okay, we can't hear you. We can't hear you. We can't hear you. We can't hear you. Okay, I don't know what happened to the sound. So it's 5:58. I'm gonna take you out with the sounds of Zimra. What's going on? It's on the CD Love is Possible. Please go to one of your streaming apps and buy her CD. Support her. She is a local artist. Everybody, happy Thanksgiving.